Late night Cappy. How are you guys doing? Hello, Aaron. Hope you. He's not going to shed his own light. I'm going to have to shed the light. I am the light. I hope you could shed some light on my issue. I'm a 32-year-old Aussie. Have worked hard. I got my own home, no mortgage, no debts. Everything in the material objects part is good. Good government job, good wages, no kids, had a vasectomy, IQ between 136 and 142. Oh, you're in my bracket. Pending on the test, I am just burnt out on people and even more burnt out on work. I just can't bring myself to care anymore. I have no motivation to work out or get in better shape or progress further in my work. I keep trying to think of a different career or education, but I'm just flat as tack. How old are you? 32. Geez, already? Honestly, people can just drain the care right out of me. I'm beginning to hate people in general. I have little patience anymore. How to renew my sense of joy in life and get some motivation back? I said, well, what activities are there in your area? And also, have you read Curse of the High IQ? Yes, you have read Curse of the High IQ. If anybody here is new and searching, here's a book you may be interested in. It resonates strongly with me, makes total sense. I've worked in the Australian system. He works in a system. Got up to management. I want to keep you anonymous. You watched the video on the constant panic post-poor people have. So you were brought up poor then too. It smashed me so accurate I can't even describe it. Spot on. That's my life. Yeah, I don't make it up. It's not BS. Everyone, the client, a couple other people like, yeah, I eat fast too. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm still taking antidepressants. Shrink tells me I have PTSD from a shitty childhood. Father's a prick. Hasn't spoken to him in a decade. Hate the fact that I'm drug dependent, but suffer from severe depression or paranoia if I don't take them. Well, yeah, man, it sounds like you have a legit case. You know, I'm no professional therapist, but then again, none of the real ones, but they have a license. Haven't cured a damn thing. But they're the professional. But no, on a serious note, not that I'm not serious about most shrieks being bullshit. Yeah, man, that's neurochemistry, neurology. There's some science there. It's not, oh, well, Young says you should have a cup of shut the fuck up. That's what he told me. Yeah, I talk to him regularly. Oh, yeah. That works. Stay with it. You don't want to be going through depression and be dysfunctional through society. I'll pay $30 for a video rant on antidepressants and your thoughts on which direction to go if you are like me. Well, look, here's what I'll tell you. Hang on, let's go. We got a couple things going here. One, if your background was that bad, that never goes away. So you're already just going at an uphill battle. I don't know if you ever listened to Stefan Molyneux, but he was talking about like if you've gone through bad things in the past, or especially if you grew up in it, your brain is only capable of producing like 80% of the normalcy that's supposed to. And then you need some kind of antidepressant or drug or something else to give it. Now, legal or not, prescription or not. And then you're happy because you're back. You're happy. You're relatively normal at 100, but then you go back to your base. You can't undo your childhood. The childhood is there, and the damage is there. And I don't think it ever goes away. And I don't think you can you can get over it. You can move on, but it doesn't go away. And that's how your brain was formed when you were a kid. So that deficit is hardwired. And you're going to get more angry and pissed off trying to fight it to get back to this place you never knew. Like, oh, I got to get back there. Well, you're never there. You can't go back in time, have a normal childhood. Just isn't going to happen. But trying to, I think, boy, that's a real quick way to drive yourself insane. So you just accept it and move on is what I'm saying. I would not get off your drugs unless your doc said so. It's a psychiatrist, I believe, is the real doctor that gives that to you, correct? I'm no doctor. That's a real MD. I'd listen to that guy or gal. And yeah, in general, I'm against any kind of psychotropic drugs because I think the vast majority of people abuse them. They don't use them because they have an actual mental illness. This because they're weak, pathetic human beings that don't want to work hard at anything in life and expect to be perfect. They just want a simple solution to everything. They want the shortcut, pop a pill. Instead of like suffering, learning, improving as an individual. I think most people are pathetic and weak who are on psychotropic drugs. To be perfectly honest, the majority, not all. In your case, I'll make an exception. Sounds like you got a real problem, and that helps. And by all means, please do. For those of you going to file complaints in the comment section, it's called asshole consulting. I really don't care about your feelings. I really don't. I think it's disgusting and sad how you take something, as mental illness, legit mental illness, and people who suffer from it, and oh my God, I need the drugs. Oh, I got that too. And you're just attention whoring. You're just a weak person. Unlike people who genuinely suffer from mental illness. What? Daddy didn't get you a car because you were in Winnetka. He got you the 2019 model and not the 2020. Oh, the horrors. Oh, I'm going to listen to some Alanis Morissette. That's more Gen X. So yeah, generally speaking, yeah, but they serve a purpose. What is it? Prednisone? Or what is the replacement for heroin addicts? I mean, yeah, it serves a purpose. So that you have some, you got to lead with that, dude. You didn't mention any like depression or anything like that. Which I can't help you with anyway. But that's probably why one of the reasons your childhood it kind of sucks, man. Yeah. So I think I could see where you're burnt out. You don't have that much of a fuse. You don't have that much of fuel to tolerate it. Now, getting to non-mental health related items, your IQ absolutely is, and I don't know if you remember in the book, I said there's no solution. You're just statistically ostracized from the rest of the population. You're not going to get along with anything but maybe the top 5%. And that includes a significant, like 3 on the bottom side, 2 on the top. Well, maybe 10%. But that also assumes people like, God, you'd love the seminar I'm putting out. I'm talking about the minimalism seminar, but I don't only talk about people spending their money wisely, but people spending their time wisely. Most people don't. But if you spend your time, your money, your mental resources efficiently, you get ostracized real quick. So you have no debt. So now you have all the free time in the world to go do stuff. You're also incredibly intelligent. Good luck finding someone else at that. And so, yeah, I totally understand why you're burnt out and people are just a drain on you. I get it. But I can't bring myself to carry it. Have no motivation to work or get in better shape or progress further in my work. Well, I mean, as long as you're in okay shape, you don't have to be lifting, you don't have to be competing in a muscle competition. Keep trying to think of a different career or education, but I'm just flat as tack. People just dream of beginning to hate people in general. That is the logical conclusion, not to be a misanthrope, but I am one. And there's a reason I'm one. Most people are evil. Most people are lazy fucks. Doesn't matter what your politics are. Most people are lazy fucks. And you will be let down with people. So you say you're starting to hate people. Well, that means you're logical. Frankly, in my opinion, if this was like the 1940s or 50s and, we're fighting, fascism and imperial Japan, then I might be, but right now you have every right to hate most people, in my humble opinion. I asked you about stuff you do. You didn't even mention what you did for fun. Dude, here's what every guy and gal gets to face since we've kicked family out and no one's going to get married and it's too risky to have kids and divorce and all that. So that's gone. Okay, that's gone. But for guys and gals, but I'm going to focus on guys, especially in your situation, because you already got depression going against you. You have super high IQ and you have super great finances. All right, you are a statistical freak. So there's not going to be a lot of people in the population that are going to be able to keep you intellectually and mentally stimulated. And so the first step is just to acknowledge that, to lower your expectations, to be dialed in and in line with what's likely to happen in reality. You can go ahead. I think maybe you might be a good doctoral candidate for an intelligent field that you might have an interest in. That's something you might want to consider. Maybe you go join Mensa. I haven't heard the greatest things about it. I don't know if, in other words, that no one said, oh yeah, it was a grand old time. I had a good time, and I found my people. I never heard anyone say that. But it is your job, once you realize the reality of the situation and you lower your expectations in terms of finding people, that once you let go, you stop caring, things get a little bit better. And then before you die, you got to figure out, what do you want to do? What is going to make you happy in life? Now, I can't answer that. But that's why I asked you, well, what kind of fun and things are there to do? And this is every modern day man's job, is you got to find agency and purpose in life. Because the main one, kids and wife, that's off the table for most people. This is just off the table. I'm sure, given your background in childhood, you had a vasectomy, so I think we're all in the same. We're going like, nope, no, I like to eat. Thank you. I like rent. I like having food, clothing, and shelter. So that's off the table. So what are you going to do? Normally, you'd have a loving wife and whatever. I don't know. He'd talk to you and make you a sandwich. Okay, fine. That's not there. So what do you got to do? Well, I don't know what it is, man, but you got to figure it out. And this is the problem. I don't have the answer, because that's what I do. I work. I constantly come up with projects. I write new books. I have other activities I don't talk about. I mean, not illegal or illicit. I got my motorcycle riding and my hiking and all that. I'm making changes in my life to go to where I like the hiking and go to where I enjoy life. And like, as is my situation, I'm kind of stuck here until I have a house built and a place to live. It's not like everybody just Thanos snaps their fingers and they could change your life. You're going to be there for a while making your money. Now, you're in great shape. You are hang on, no debts. You have a mortgage. I mean, how much cash do you got saved up? Do you got like 2 years cash saved up? Because if you had 2 years cash, what I would do is just me, and it's nearby, I'd see, kind of think what kind of academic studies you might want to study. And I'm not saying even STEM. You obviously have a job. You're supporting yourself. You don't need to go into engineering. You're one of the few people that would say, all right, you got a super high IQ. What intellectually stimulates you? It could be philosophy. It could be history. It could be whatever. Go to the campus. Go sit. And now you may get pissed off because they're going to be Marxist leftists. So maybe you want to try engineering instead. But I think you're a perfect candidate for a PhD. Get into that environment where there's actually smart people around. And, something that you find intellectually interesting. And unfortunately, the liberal arts is populated by a bunch of dumb motherfuckers. I mean, I don't care what your doctorate and what, liberal arts, shut up. Just shut up and go play with your play school toys, you ignoramus. But maybe you do find it cool. Maybe the philosophy department is really neat. Maybe you really enjoy, maybe you enjoy economics. I don't know. But you need to find something. And you know what's going to happen? Same thing that happened to your career, or, all this other stuff. You're going to get sick of it. You're going to get tired of it. I talk about novelty in this minute. I know you all think, oh, good, clear spot. Yeah, you're damn right I am, because it's a damn good seminar. I talk about novelty and minimalism, how there's resource. There's not just money and time resources, but there's a novelty resource. Like it goes away. You gotta, and then when it's gone, it's gone. But you got to keep something new and novel. I don't care if it's woodworking or what, but you got to go out and explore. Try ballroom dancing. You got the ones, I like: ballroom dancing, hiking, motorcycle riding. Again, in the middle of detecting, I'm going kayaking. All right, so those, and then when I'm out west, I go mountain climbing and agate hunting, and I shoot guns. So your job is, unless you want your life to be more miserable than it has to be, is to find out what that is. And it takes work. Now, if you find out how to make it so the normies, conformies, and inferiors don't piss you off with their dumbassery, socialism will work this time, or driving slow, or I don't know, having sex with kangaroos, whatever people do who are stupid in Australia, that's not going to go away. And so I would recommend reading Marcus Aurelius and some of the Stoics and just learning to accept the stupid people. If you're like me, you'll go weapons grade, you learn how to profit off of them and start launching your own Operation Evil. But I know you're burnt out on people. Don't hang out with them. Only hang out with really intelligent ones. Burn out with work. Yeah, work sucks. Get used to that one. Can't bring myself to care anymore. Well, you got to find a reason to go make the money at work. So you're like, oh, I can't wait to make the money at work, so I have money to pursue this passion or hobby. And get in better shape. I understand if you're not, you don't want to be a bodybuilder, but you got to run. Get out there and run. Get those endorphins up. I don't care. You run 3 miles. Do they have miles? Those are kilometers down there. 3 miles is about 800 billion kilometers. Just do the math for you there. But you need to get physical exercise. That's going to get your endorphins up. That much I do know. So even I'm not saying go and bang out 5 hours at the gym. Progress further in work. Do you want to progress further in work? Are you happy where you're at? There's nothing wrong. You don't have to keep going. You obviously have the adequate finances. I keep trying to think of a different career. There will be no salvation in a career. It might be interesting for a little bit, but you will. Ron Jeremy is sick of sex. Beer meisters are sick of beer, and some people are sick of ice cream. Ice cream tasters are sick of ice cream. Education, well, you're going to have to sit down, keep trying to think of a career, but I'm just as flat as a tack. What do you mean flat? You mean bored? Find something, take something online. I don't know. You know what you could do? Here, just something to give it a shot. This is something I found very interesting. Wings of the Red Star. If you can figure out how to convert YouTube into MP3, there's a couple ways to do it, but there's a great documentary where they go through all the different Soviet fighter planes and bombers. It's just something to listen to. Honestly, people just drain the care right out of me. Stop hanging out with those type of people or people in general. I'm beginning to hate people in general. Try ballroom dancing, just where you don't have to listen to people talk. They just have to shut up and follow orders. How do I renew my sense of joy in life and get some motivation back? Well, as you get older, you lose motivation because you realize that your dreams are not going to come true. Your dreams are never possible in the first place. You've been lied to the entire time. And you're really going into salvage mode. Now, you're doing pretty darn good. You got your finances together and everything's going on. But when you realize like the ultimate joy and point and purpose in life is other humans, and most humans fucking suck, it's really hard to stay motivated. It's really hard. So joy, if you found yourself a nice gal, that's one way. You found yourself a new passion or a hobby, that's another way. But that's your job. And it's a job, man. And you got to go out and you got to try and you got to experiment, but you cannot sit on your ass. You need to get up and you need to go out. If you don't feel like it, get off your ass and go do it. I got to do it every day. I got to go for my run or my walk. Doesn't matter what I feel. You got to get up every day, and you do not base your happiness in stupid people. You find the few good ones that are out there that are worth keeping around. And then beyond that, they're going to get sick of your ass. You got to go find something else to do and do something yourself. And you know what? Tickety tock. You're going to die pretty soon. So go listen to William Shatner's Live Life Like You're Going to Die, because you're going to listen to that song. And there you go. That's basically it. Any super chats? No, we be done. All right. What do I want to promote? Here's the book, How Not to Become a Millennial. You guys all know that one. We talked about Curse of the High IQ. Oh, that minimalism seminar. I'll hang on. I'll put it in the description. If you're that down, maybe take a look at that. It's $600. I won't lie. It's not cheap. But if you're wrestling with this stuff, maybe it's something to consider. Hang on. Let me get it. Where did it go? Oh, wait. Hang on. I'll put it here. I remember where I put it. I haven't promoted the hell out of it just yet. No, that's not it. There we go. Boom. There. I'll get into more detail. Actually, you know what? If you guys want, just go there. It goes through. I think it does. Yeah, it goes through all the lessons. So you get a little bit of an outline. You can see what it's all about there. It's not lighthearted at all. I have no problem saying this because it's pretty simple. It's more valuable than most college classes you took. And the only reason I say that because most of the college classes you took are absolutely worthless shit. So it's pretty easy to beat a pile of shit. Bob, life can be great. Why so nihilistic recently, Cappy? I've been burnt out. A lot of work. Been dealing with a lot of projects. That seminar being the main one. And then my house just taking forever to get built. Stuff that's outside of my control. And even I need to take my own advice and be a stoic and not get pissed off. But to be perfectly honest, yeah, I was talking to a buddy of mine yesterday, and he's normally a happy guy, and he's angry. He's like, dude, I was so lied to in life. Like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm like, yeah, man, I know. Enjoy the show, man. Just enjoy the show because we got a better. At least we know why. And yeah, if humans were better, if like Americans were like, yeah, we're Americans and we belong, let's go put somebody on Mars and excellence. No, most of the people, dude, this guy isn't wrong. Most people are shit. Most people are lazy, parasitic pieces of shit. Fuck them. That's not nihilistic. That's just like, nah, it's just what it is. Don't worry, you guys will get here. You'll find religion, you'll become nihilist. One of the two. Maybe you'll become religious and you'll also be a nihilist. Then I'd like to have a conversation with you. All right, there you guys go. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.